Good morning from Pleasureland in Southport. It is a wet, windy day up north, which I don't think you're probably too surprised about, to be honest with you. But here we are, we're here at Southport. We always say we're never coming back to Southport for whatever reason, whether it just be Southport because of the area and we don't particularly need to come here, it's kind of out of our way, or whether or not we've not particularly found it good value for money. However, that said, I'm going to very quickly wipe this because it's raining. That said, we have heard good things about Pleasureland this year, and we've heard as well, and they are advertising that prices have gone down and rides start from £1. Now, from driving around, kind of around there and down here where we came, we can see there are some new attractions, and it looks like it's been extended over the back area as well with a new spinning coaster. There's a new pirate ship down there, look like there's another ghost train. So there's going to be a few different things that we can look at and potentially go on today. Now, they don't have a wristband system, but they have lower prices, so we're going to see exactly how cheap it is. We're gonna have to get some fun cards if we want to ride some stuff, and yeah, hopefully get on some bits and pieces. That's the plan today anyway. Remember, like and subscribe. We've got lots coming from up north, and we're back down south as well for your usual parks to cover and fairs throughout the summer period. But we're just waiting for the gates to open. They open in 5 minutes time. As you can see there, the Funhouse is back. The sign for the waltz has been fixed over there as well, so it looks positive from the outside. I do apologise for the rain and any water that we get on the lens throughout this, but it is due to rain quite hard over the next hour or so. But into Pleasureland we go. And we're inside. So the first thing we're going to do, because we don't know what's here this year, we're going to take you on a quick walk around the park. For 2019, just so you can have a look at what's here. There's definitely more rides here. They've opened up the back area. It's been lovely landscaped. And one thing I will say about the park first is that it does look really, really nice. The way the grass has been done, you know, even some of the old brickwork, some of the new brickwork which is mixed in with it. I've always said I love this Funhouse. I think it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I prefer the E on the end of house, but I do love that Funhouse. I just think it's incredible. Gardens and everything, and walkways are clear. It's really, really nice. It does look a lot better than what it's looked. In terms of prices, I'm still not seeing the difference in the price. So prices start at £1. That's kind of for your little rides here. You've got £1.50 for the Twister. I mean, looking round, you've got the looping coaster at £2. Actually, I think it's really good value. Really good value. I think we'll agree with that. That's good value, isn't it? And then the spinning coaster, I think it was the one that was at South Shields last year, that crash test, because I've definitely seen it before. That's £4. And the new ghost train is £3, where the old ghost train is £2. So it's a bit inconsistent on the prices. I think the Frisbee at £2.50 is a great buy. The Frisbee was closed last year. That is one actually we do want to get on.
But then the pirate ship's more than a looping coaster.
And then the pirate ship is £3 more than a looping coaster. So there's some real inconsistencies in the prices. And we are going to get a fun card again today. And we are going to take you hopefully on board some rides. But yeah, the park does look really, really good. Genuinely looks really, really good. The way it's all laid out and everything. It's much clearer. Doesn't feel quite so compact now they've opened the back bit. When you kind of look around by the little mine roller coaster or the barrel roller coaster, or whichever the roller coaster over there down by the remix, it's definitely a lot clearer. Definitely a lot clearer. And I still love these dodgems. These dodgems are incredible. Love the dodgems. The plain looking Miami has gone. The old pirate ship has been completely removed. It is still being used as a flower bed right down the back. And of course the Starflyer kind of towers above everything else with their new Funhouse, which is down there as well. But yeah, we've just got to decide what we want to go on, and then hopefully we'll take you on board. So the old boat sits here. As I said, this has all been completely re-landscaped, this area, since we came in February. It does look really, really nice. It's quite open. It's quite well, you know, put together. I really quite like it. Signpost wise, I'm not sure where the big wheel is. I'm not sure I'm going to find ice cream over there either, to be honest. So I think you kind of have to take the signage as it comes, but yeah, I love this boat. I want to come from Camelot, love it. Now crash test, we kind of want to see that go round, and indeed, I've seen that Haunted Mansion. I know I've seen that Haunted Mansion somewhere. I can't for the life of me think where I've seen it. And of course, pirate ship down the back, which again, I don't think I have seen that. Seen that? I don't think we have seen that pirate ship. It's definitely not from this country, so it's quite an interesting one. But yeah, this crash test, this was definitely around last year in the UK. It wasn't here by any means, but it's definitely around last year in the UK. £4. £4 to go on that. £2 to go on the rocking tug. So £2.50 you can go on the Frisbee, or £2 you can go on the rocking tug. The prices just, they don't make sense. I'm really sorry, they just don't make sense. It feels like the rides they own, because I'm sure they own some of the rides, are cheaper. You know, the roller coaster at £2 or the rocking tug at £2. It's just a no-brainer. You know, you'd surely go on the roller coaster. But I have a feeling that these rides in particular, they don't own. This is like a rental space is what I'm going to suggest, which is why they're a little bit more expensive. And it's probably the reason why they don't do a wristband. But we're still sort of debating, aren't we? So we've had a decision, we've got our fun card. Fun cards this year are £2. £2 before you can even consider going on a ride. So really, I don't know. Free entry, £2 before you can ride anything. And of course we've all got a fun card, so that's £6 before we can go on anything. And then we've topped up the fun card accordingly with the rides we want to go on, which we're going to do right now. So we are going to take you on, hopefully, the roller coaster. I want to go on that ghost train over there. We definitely want to hit the Frisbee, and I think we're going to hit the little twister, because that's a retro classic twister I haven't been on in a few years. We'll then review where we are, and we'll see whether or not we want to go on any more rides, depending on cost. But first, coaster.
Yeah.
We're going to take you on the roller coaster. Now, of course, we used to have one of these down in Funland in Hayden Island as Klondike, which Kurt loved. It was one of his favourites.
Split my lip.
Split his lip open last time he went on it, so he's really looking forward to this. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to it as well. So we're going to go on it. Let's get on the roller coaster. Yeah, I might do a bit of pinball X actually. Nice geek shot for you there. So, Frisbee, what did you think of the Frisbee?
I think it's really good actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Both come off said it was very, very different, which they are different. So they're very much like the pirate ships, where they're a Hutt model and they're tyre driven from underneath, unlike kind of the KMG versions. So they are very different, and they do spin continuously left and right whilst you go around the ride, rather than one way one way the other. Or in fact, in the case of the Freakouts, they only spin one way. So they are very different. They don't reach the height in which the Freakouts or the Afterburners reach, but still, they are a really unique ride, and there's not that many left in the UK. I can think of that one. There's one in Fancy Island. There is also one at West Midlands Safari Park. I can't think of any others. If you can, leave it in the comments below, because we'd love to go check it out. So this is Crash Test. As we said, I believe this was in South Shields last year. It's not your usual spinning one. It actually reminds me a bit of Pinball X, which is a Zamberla one. It's not a Zamberla one, as you've just seen from the geek shot there. And it's another one that doesn't really spin. You kind of hit the corners and not a lot's happens. You just seen on the video there. It's £4, so we won't be riding it today. I just can't see worth it, to be honest. This pirate ship really does intrigue me, to be honest, because it's a lovely looking pirate ship. Lovely looking pirate ship. The Fun Ship. 1.2 metres to go on the Fun Ship. That's £3. And of course the Haunted Mansion over there, which I kind of want to go on, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. Brave it? Oh, he's saying I should brave it, like I'm going to be scared on it. Roller coaster over there. Kurt is going to take you on as soon as it's open. I say Kurt's going to take you on. He's going to wear the chest mount whilst I hold on Cody for dear life. But we're going to go on the roller coaster as well. And then we're going to have a look over the other side of the park and see whether or not there's anything else we want to go on. I think we want to go on a little twister, don't we? Not seen anyone go on this one yet. It's a great looking ship, but I've not seen anyone go on it yet. It's a really happy looking staff here, aren't there?
No, not really.
Thrilled, aren't they?
And they just stare at you.
I didn't say it, he did. But I love the look of that ship. I love the look of that ship. I think that's amazing. But I think Funhouse. You want me to go on it, don't you? Funhouse, Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I want you to go on.
Okay, they want me to go on the Haunted Mansion. He doesn't want to go on it, so Kurt's going to stay outside with him. But you're going to go on something else instead, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, alright. I'll try and drag him on it, yeah, actually. Give me a couple of minutes, I'll try and drag him on it. But roller coaster, but first, the Haunted Mansion.
As the climate gradually warmed up over the thousands of years, and the glaciers slowly retreated to the south, really ugly things called humans. Just like you guys. Follow the hype. Looking at this magnificent country, this very
So that is a great example of something really, really nice, and that's the Funhouse which they built last year. It's the first time we've seen it in person. It's a beautiful looking Funhouse. Done a really good job putting that together. We've got the crazy frogs over the back here. They're really nice ones actually, the crazy frogs, to be honest. Forward and backwards, yeah. Yeah, really nice one. So I've just got off the ghost train, which was the Haunted Mansion over there. Yeah, we didn't really think a lot of it, to be honest with you. The problem is actually there are some nice effects in there, well timed, some nice lighting and things, but there's a massive hole out the back, and it's just so light. It's not. Oh, it's just so disappointing. I mean, literally the back row, the back aisle, which is right here, there's literally a massive hole in the ceiling, and it's just daylight all the way through, and it just ruins anything that was going to possibly be there. But there are some nice effects. There's a lovely projection just as you go in, which I really enjoyed. Quite a few strobe lights and bits as well. So yeah, really enjoyed that. But it's just hindered by problems. Yeah, fix the hole, and there's too much light coming in from the front. So yeah, it's a shame, because you know the park is producing things like this, which is stunning. This is stunning. Look at this, absolutely stunning. They have to be really proud of themselves for that. Absolutely stunning. And then they drift in a ghost train over there, which really they got their own over there, which they could kind of tinker with, because it actually wasn't too bad, the ghost train over there, was it? There's actually quite a nice ghost train. They could tinker with that and just not bother with that. Got a little coaster, we've got the remix, there's a few juvenile rides. All the juvenile rides are £1. We're all going on the roller coaster. we're going to go through the maze.
Yep.
We might sum up a little bit while we go through the maze. So, we first went on the roller coaster, the old Looper. As I said, we had a couple of those down south. We've only got one now in Brighton Pier, which is, it's not the best example, but that is probably the most comfortable one we've been on, to be honest. I mean, they're not amazing, but probably the most comfortable one we've been on. We've then been on the little Twister, and that's a retro classic thing. It's not quick, it's not supposed to be quick, but it's a beautiful little ride, lovely, well-kept ride. You know, real retro classic. So now we're going to go through the maze.
Oh, just to look at the clouds, that looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look nice. It does look nice. But we're now going to go through the maze. Cody's gone that way. He's come back. That's not a good sign. He's trying to get out first. So, where have we been? Well, we've been on a few rides now. So, we got fun cards. Fun cards were £2, which I was outraged last year when they were £1, let alone when they're £2 this year. I've not changed my mind on that. They want you to ride rides. They should give you a card. They really should give you a card or token-based system or something, you know, that we didn't have to pay effectively £6 to get in. From there, we've done Ghost Train. Okay, no idea where he's going. He knows something we don't, perhaps. I don't know what. I have a feeling we're just going to be leaving him in here.
Yeah, I don't really get where he's...
I don't know where he's gone. Okay, from there we've done Ghost Train. That's £9. We've done Roller Coaster. That's £6. That's £15. That's £21 with the fun card. We did the Twister there. That's £4.50. So that's 21. That's £25.50. We've done the Frisbee, which is £7.50. That's £25.50. 26. That's £33. £33. And then we've done another one as well, haven't we?
What ones have you mentioned?
I can't remember now what we've done.
Ghost Train at 9.
Yeah. There was another one we've done.
Twister, roller coaster.
Twister, roller coaster, something about.
I think it's round the back.
I mean, we go around the back. We're trying not to get lost at the same time here. Completely lost Cody in saying that. I mean, we might have to concentrate. We might have to concentrate getting out the maze before we can actually concentrate. I bet we go out and Cody's out, because I bet he snuck out the entrance. He has. Oh, there we go. We've just been told he snuck out the entrance. He didn't make it through. Snuck out the entrance. Snuck out the entrance. Because he definitely didn't come this way. You've cheated. Well, you didn't pass us. No, I'm afraid the ladies just told us you came out the entrance.
No, I didn't.
And you didn't pass us.
You turned around and then we got out that way.
Yeah, you didn't pass us. How do you explain that?
I did.
You didn't pass us. You didn't pass us at all.
I didn't cheat.
You cheated.
I didn't cheat.
It's like Bounzilla all over again.
You cheated.
Like Bounzilla all over again.
You cheated.
I love a good wave swinger. And of course the Parks Ghost Train, which we've also been in the Parks Ghost Train.
Yes, which is...
We didn't film on this because we filmed it last year. Go and have a look at last year's vlog if you want to see the Ghost Train here. Yeah, I think we'll wrap up. We might see if I don't think we've got any credit left on our fun card, but we'll wrap up and we'll come back. We'll come back to you. We'll see what we've got. So here's your Waltzer. Waltzer's looking a little bit better this year. We've still got kind of, once you're past it, looks a little bit better, a little mildly bit better. The sign has been fixed since we were here in February. Got the Funhouse, which is back over here. Last year we came, there was a booster there for the Funhouse. And of course we were expecting the one-arm booster one as well that was advertised, but that's not here. I don't know where that is, to be honest, but we're really looking forward to that. Actually, we discussed that in previous vlogs.
I said I wanted to go on it.
And he actually said he wanted to go on it, but we've seen that in advertising, but it's not here. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. You know, we were contacted to say come back and try the park this year, which is what we've done. We've done it out of our own pocket. You know, we weren't planning to come back to Southport this year. Usually we stay in Southport, but we didn't actually stay in Southport this year. We decided to actually stay in Blackpool, and it's such a difficult one. It really is such a difficult one. Now I know a lot of the other YouTubers don't tend to come here. I know a lot of them don't come here. Don't really see people vlogging from Southport Pleasureland, and they all say the same to me, the ones that I speak to, is that it's expensive. And it's still expensive. I'm really sorry, it's still expensive. So we've worked out today, we've been on 5 rides. We've done them in the hour, there's no queue. And we spent 40 quid to go on 5 rides, 2 of them ghost trains.
And then when you divide that by the 5,
yes,
£8 for 3 of us to go on a ride,
yeah,
average.
£8 average for 3 of us to go on a ride. So let's break it down, because you know I don't want to be too unfair here, because the park looks really nice, really nice. The way it's laid out is the best it's ever looked. The garden's the best ever looked, and you know the rides in which they've kind of built themselves, the fun houses and things like that, look stunning. Really look stunning. That new fun house down the back looks incredible fun. Really does. The ride selection is brilliant. I don't think you could argue with that. I mean, obviously, I'm sure if they could bring back Traumatizer or the wooden coaster they had here, they would, but they don't have that. So the ride selection is brilliant. That includes the spinning coaster, little crazy caterpillar. That also includes the looping coaster. You've then got the remix. You've got Starflyer. You've got the Frisbee.
Coaster.
Yeah, you've got a mine coaster. You know, the ride selection is brilliant, and that's for adults and children, without a doubt. Brilliant. Really good, including the little log flume there as well.
And this bungee.
It's easy access. You can park around here easily. You know, we've got to look at the positives for everything. They have their own car park this year as well, and yeah, the park does look fresh. It really does. I know it's a rainy day today, so it probably doesn't give it enough credit, but the park really does look fresh. So massive thumbs up for that. It's great to see, but it's not a theme park. This was always classed as a theme park. It really is. You know, when we think about the seaside one, so I think about Adventure Island, and I think about Blackpool Pleasure Beach, I think of them as theme parks or amusement parks. We say amusement parks. This still feels very fairy.
Oversized fare.
Yeah, it's just a slightly bigger fare, and unfortunately the price represents it being an oversized fare. You know, we were told that rides have got cheaper and that rides are now from £1. Yeah, there's some of the kid rides. Some of the kid rides are from £1. There's no doubt about that. I don't know how much they were last year, because I don't have 3 or 4 year olds to go on them. Prices haven't gone up. Prices haven't gone up at all, but I'm not convinced they've all changed price. I can't remember how much the Remix Extreme was last year. I'm going to go back and have a look, but I have a feeling it was £3. I think the Frisbee is £3 last year, so at £2.50 it's much better. The roller coaster at £2 is an absolute bargain. It really is a bargain. Really, you know, that's not too bad. But then you got one ghost train at £2, which is arguably the better ghost train than the other one at £3, and of course you have the spinning coaster at £4, which is it's an awful coaster. I'm not surprised that South Shields let it go. It's an awful coaster, awful model. So you know, 40 quid for 5 rides. We've been here an hour. You know, it's not a day out. It's not a day out without spending stupid amounts of money. To give you an idea, we got into Lightwall Valley the other day for £18 each.
54 quid.
Which is 54 quid, so it's £18 each, and that's 8 hours of as much riding as you like on their rides. We got into Blackpool Pleasure Beach for £19 each, only yesterday, which again is £57. It's you know, £40 might say, oh yeah, it's cheaper, but we've been here an hour. It's, you know, literally an hour we've been here, and we're done. We simply cannot afford to plumb any more money onto fun cards to do it. Yet if we had a wristband, we'd have a wristband on, we would have stayed 4 or 5 hours, we would have bought drinks, we'd have bought food, we'd have hung around in Southport a bit longer, you know, we'd have come to and from the park, and we would have spent probably more money. And I know it sounds odd, but you've got to look at value for money. You know, if you can get wristbands at the park for £20 each, you spend 60 quid, but you're guaranteed a day out with the family, you would do it, and you would probably then spend another 20-30 quid on top. But as it stands, we spent 40 quid, we've gone on 5 rides, 2 of them have been ghost trains, and we've run out of money. We've run out of money, disposable money, that I'm prepared to sink in to the park. And it's a shame, it's a real shame, because it is a beautiful looking park, and it's definitely on the up. And I'm telling you now, if you're in Southport, come and visit. I don't want you to think that, you know, I'm going to completely diss the park and say don't visit it. Come and visit it. It's beautiful to look at, and they have some lovely machines. Really lovely machines. You know, the Frisbee is a beautiful machine, absolutely beautiful. The fun houses are incredible. They really are incredible. And of course, you know, the Jumping Frogs is a great Jumping Frogs. The pirate ship was something else, to be honest. You know, can't afford £9 to go on a pirate ship. Just can't afford it. But it looks amazing, absolutely amazing. You've got to have some money. You have got to have some money to come here. It's not going to be a one cost that has all. You know, even on 25 tokens for like 25 quid.
30
which is
25 quid.
Yeah, 30 tokens, 25 quid. You know, on the big rides, that's going to get you probably 10, maybe 11 rides, plus £2 for the fun card. You know, 10, 11 rides. We did 19 at Lightwater Valley for £7 cheaper, and we did 16 at Blackpool yesterday for £6 cheaper. And we could take our time. And we bought food, and we bought meals and things. So yeah, it's a bit hit and miss. The only other thing I will say as well is that we got on 5 rides between us.
Yep.
And only one staff member actually said a word to us when we were boarding the ride. None of them said a word, not a single word.
That was all right, mate.
And that was all right, mate. So again, you know, you look at customer, you know, you can compare, if you want to compare like for like, you'd probably compare this with Adventure Island. And of course, you know about the service in Adventure Island and what they're like. Incredible down there, absolutely incredible. So if you want to compare it to somewhere, compare it to there. But I think even if you wanted to compare it to our local parks down in Clarence Pier, you know, even down in Brighton and places like that, literally getting on rides, they literally hold the scanner up like we're supposed to know what you do with it. You put the card next to it, no one says a word, you get on the ride and off you go. So there's work to be done. There's work to be done if they want to be taken seriously. I'm really sorry. There's work to be done. No,
didn't go check the bars.
No, they just yeah. And I know it's raining, but we're out in the rain, spending money, so they need to be out in the rain, entertaining and talking to guests. I'm sorry, that's just how it needs to be. So, Pleasureland Southport, we come back every year. We do come back every year, and it is improving. You know, the lady that contacts us is right, it is improving. Prices are going down. Undoubtedly for their rides, prices are going down. But for the extra rides that have appeared this year that I have a feeling aren't theirs, prices aren't going down at all. And £4 for a, you know, for a spinning coaster. Bearing in mind, if you just wanted to go on a spinning coaster and you got to buy a fun card, it's going to cost you £6 to go on that. And we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Kurt's going to work it out in the car exactly if we wanted to go on every single ride, how much it would cost. So before we close this out, we're going to get in the car. Kurt's going to work it out, and then we'll close it the other end. But Southport Pleasureland, it's on the up, but it's not quite there yet. We're back in the car now, and we wanted to have a quick comparison as to kind of what you know, other rides are at other parks compared to the price to get in and how much indeed it was to get into Southport. So Kurt has some facts and figures for us. First, Southport, we worked out there would be 17 rides we want to do. Kurt is going to read out those rides now.
The rides are Log Flume, Ghost Train, Chair Swing, Dodgems, Frisbee, Starflyer, Funhouse, Looping Coaster, Spinning Coaster, Pirate Ship, Ghost Train, Jumping Frogs, Remix, Rotor, Matterhorn, Waltzer, Twister, and then £6 for the fun cards.
And we'd just say there are 2 ghost trains there, we didn't just read it out twice. And this is to ride them once. Remember, this is to ride them once. How much does that cost per person?
Per person, £41.83.
So £41.83 is an average.
Yes, and total that's £125.50.
£125.50. So what we want to do, we want to compare it to a theme park up north and one down south. So we've chosen Blackpool Pleasure Beach. You know, because there are other rides at Southport as well. There are juvenile rides which are a little bit cheaper, but they're not for us. So in comparing with Blackpool, and we're also going to compare with Fort Park, we're also not going to include the rides that don't really, you know, include us. Ones we, you know, we wouldn't go on without small children. But so Blackpool Pleasure Beach, we paid £19.50. We can round it off to 20 quid if we want to,
and that's £58.50 per person.
Yeah, well, we'll say that it's it's 20 quid per person, because it depends when you book online and what time of year it is. But when I book these, it's £20 per person. So we'll include that at £20 per person, not £40 per person. And what rides? 17 rides we're only mentioning what we've got on.
Ice Blast, Flying Machines, Derby Racers, Valhalla, Alice in Wonderland, Streak, Airbender, Revolution, Steeplechase, Big One, Skyforce, Icon, Avalanche, Wallace and Gromit, Big Dipper, Infusion and the Grand National.
Right, so that's 17 rides. Obviously we are missing rides on there like Dodgems and Eddie Stobart's and various other children's rides we've not mentioned, including the carousel. So yeah, 17 rides we'd have got on for half the price. And that will include Fort Park. So Fort Park you can book online $25.99 to $27.99 depending on when you book. So even if we say £28 a person, just to round it up, you can definitely get in cheaper if you look around enough. We picked 17 rides again.
Yep. Depth Charge, Swarm, Flying Fish, Tidal Wave, Detonated Dodgems, Stealth Rapids, Inferno Soar, Samurai Colossus, Rush, Vortex, Quantum, Walking Dead, and Storm Surge.
So what we've done there, we've included the rides that we go on. This doesn't include Banana Boat, this doesn't include Timber Tugboat, the Lumber Jump, doesn't include, you know, Wet Wet Wet.
Rocket
It doesn't
Express.
even include the Ghost Train, which we don't bother going on, but it's one of their major
Or the
attractions. Or the cinema. So again, there's attractions there we've missed out on purpose that we don't go on, and that's for £28. So, you know, Pleasureland Southport, it is a lovely theme park. It's lovely to visit. You know, I don't know what they're calling themselves. I'm going to call it a theme park because that's what it was always known as when I was younger. But Pleasureland, it's a lovely theme park. It's a really gorgeous layout. They've got some amazing rides, but it needs a wristband for a day out. I'm really sorry. If you are in the area, please, 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 go visit it. It's worth a look. It is definitely worth going to visit. 100%. Don't let anything put you off. Go and visit the park. But for those at Pleasureland in Southport, it's too expensive. It's just too expensive. And then sadly, we couldn't ride all the rides we wanted to ride today. We rode 5. It cost us 40 quid. You know, it's just not worth it. I'm really sorry. It's just not worth it. But give it a bash. Let us know in the comments below, what do you think? Remember to like and subscribe. Plenty more coming from theme parks this year.